Advanced manufacturing, as I mentioned, it's still there. U.S. Steel, Bayer, many of these global corporations are located in Pittsburgh. We're very proud to have them there, and that diversification is something that has allowed us, as I mentioned, to be able to weather this storm rather well. Our economic revitalization, three important steps to how we've revitalized Pittsburgh, and really the second reason that the President and others said Pittsburgh is a good place to go because of our economic revitalization. We'll start first here with downtown. From 2006 until now, we have invested over $4.8 billion, that's billion with a B, in downtown. That's either completed construction or construction that's planned or underway. And we've really taken a new approach in downtown redevelopment. Previously, under previous administrations, it's been a retail-focused administration and policy. So, for example, one of the things I'll talk about is a failed attempt to bring a Lazarus department store into downtown Pittsburgh. It was a great idea at the time, they thought. They invested significantly through tax increment financing in the deal. Unfortunately, the store was opened and closed within a 5-year time frame. But we've changed that, and we're now trying to focus on creating downtown as a neighborhood. We have and I was mentioning while we were eating lunch, in Pittsburgh, our population is a little bit over 300,000, the people that live in the city of Pittsburgh. On a daily basis, that population doubles. So we have about 600,000 people in the city Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. 300,000 of them come into work and go home. So downtown during the day is wonderful. At night, it's a little bit different, and that's what we're working on, and that's why we're trying to create a neighborhood. So let's talk a little bit about some of the things that we've done. Market Square is an open space in downtown Pittsburgh. It is currently under construction. It is scheduled to be reopened to the public the summer of 2010. It's about a $5 million project, as you can see. It is kind of the center of downtown, and right now, or previously, it was an area where a lot of crime took place, nuisance crime, not major crime, but nuisance crime. People didn't feel safe walking through there, and being that it is the center point of our downtown, something had to change. And so we've taken the aggressive step of doing this. The perimeter of the square there is filled with many bars, restaurants, and retail establishments that will certainly benefit from the Market Square reconstruction. We also have in downtown, I don't have a slide here, but Point State Park. At the confluence of our three rivers is Point State Park. The state just invested $25 million into Point State Park. It's a wonderful place. If any of you had the chance to watch the opening game this year at Heinz Field when Faith Hill and the Black Eyed Peas did their concert, they did that at Point State Park. It was gorgeous, great setting for the city of Pittsburgh, and something that we're very proud of and shows our commitment to parks and open space within our downtown area. The G.C. Murphy building, if you look at the pictures at the bottom, that is actually from the Market Square, the center of Market Square that I just referenced. So this is a building that abuts Market Square. It is an old building that is now being redeveloped and is now going to be a mixed-use project. It will have retail, loft-style apartments, and as is commonly the theme, it's been built with sustainable elements, including Energy Star heating and cooling systems. That's immediately adjacent to our Market Square. This is the project that I talked about earlier, Pyatt Place. This is the old Lazarus building. This is the building that has now been converted when Lazarus closed in 2004 to a place now that has a Class A office space. It is home to McCormick and Schmick's Restaurant, Capitol Grill, TD Ameritrade, and there are also condominiums where people are now living. That project was a $70 million project that was done. When I say $70 million, that was the cost and price tag with the conversion from Lazarus to this current facility. It doesn't include what the cost of the original Lazarus was. Not a good subject. We're not going to talk about that. 3 PNC Plaza is our newest addition to downtown. It's the tallest building that we've constructed in downtown since the year I was born, 1980. It is one of the world's largest LEED-certified mixed-use buildings in the nation. It will be home to PNC. It will be home to Reed Smith, and there will also be a Fairmont Hotel that will be located in there that is scheduled to open in March. There is also, once again, along the lines of our green theme and our parks and open space theme, a park that will be located at the front entrance of the building. That project is a $132 million project, and that building right there is the largest and tallest green building anywhere in the world. 151 First Side is a residential condominium project that contains 82 units. It is the first new condominium built in the Golden Triangle since 1968. It has high-end, luxurious urban living. Properties in there range from, these are for sale units, 82 of them, from about $300,000 to upwards of millions of dollars for the penthouse up top. The project cost was $28 million to construct that. The aforementioned casino, we just this summer opened the Rivers Casino. That is a picture of it. It is along our riverfront. It is in many ways ideally going to be a catalyst for additional development along the North Shore. That casino, and although you can't see it in the picture, for those of you that have been to Pittsburgh or are familiar with it but don't know where that's located, it's immediately adjacent to Heinz Field, the football stadium for the Steelers. So we have our Rivers Casino, we have Heinz Field, we have PNC Park, and now we're in the process of doing a lot of development in between those two things, or those three facilities. Hotels are going up, businesses, et cetera, are happening along the riverfront. And so when we failed during the Three River Stadium days to develop, the promise was in 1970 when we built that new stadium that we're going to develop all around the river and around the stadium. Well, that never happened. The good news is now it is, and we've kept that commitment to the community of not just building stadiums, but really rebuilding and creating a neighborhood. The Consol Energy Arena is the arena that is currently under construction for the Pittsburgh Penguins, our hockey team, and of course, not only them, but a variety of different events that we'll be able to attract as a result of having this new facility. This was one of the first things that I had the opportunity to participate in when I became the mayor. I literally walked in the door in September of '06, and this was a hot-button issue. The Penguins were threatening to leave. They needed a new facility. And the good news is, by working with our county executive, our governor, and many others, we were able to get the deal done. It's under construction. It'll be open in the summer of this year. And it is located in downtown, but it is also located on the border of the Hill District community, which is a predominantly African-American community. And one of the challenges that we faced in building this facility was when the previous facility, which is now the Mellon Arena, which is right next to this, was built, it really split up that neighborhood. And so the street grid was removed. The arena was kind of just inserted in there. There was a lot of bad blood, albeit 40 to 50 years ago, that community felt. But what we did was work with them and committed to them through a community benefits agreement that this project, this arena, is not going to be a standalone, similar to what we promised on the North Shore, but rather this development is going to be a catalyst to redevelop the Hill District and recreate a neighborhood. And so that's exciting for us, not only because we kept the Stanley Cup champion Penguins, but because we're going to be able to rebuild that community. Let's go to residential now and some of the projects, and I'll try to move through them quickly and talk about kind of our mindset and what we're trying to do. This is the Auto Milk building that was originally built in 1865. As you can read there, it was a brewery and then a milk company. It is now being converted into a mixed-use development that will include 60 condos. We just broke ground on that last month. It will be completed next year. That's an $11 million project or thereabouts that's happening in the Strip District. The Cork Factory, this was formerly used as a cork factory, was built in 1901. You can see the before and after pictures there. It is a building that was bought in 1996, just to give you kind of an idea on the time frame and how long these things take. So those of you that are in the development world, don't ever give up hope. Bought in 1996 and didn't begin construction until 2005. So it literally took 9 years to work through financing, trying to figure out how to do this to make it happen. Historic tax credits are used. I know many of you are familiar with that. It is now a great example, as you can see along our riverfront, 297 apartments, all occupied. There's a restaurant and a parking garage and a grocery store that was just built across the street. A great example of our conversion